Hey guys, wanted to share a quick video with you about fasting. I'll start with a story. When I was a police officer, working a midnight graffiti detail to try to catch people that were graffitiing trains in the train yard at Metro, I started having issues with my stomach, started having what I thought was gluten sensitivity. And I just randomly one night going over, I think it was a Silver Diner, and it was like 3 a.m. or something. We pulled the car over the side of the road. I hopped out of the squad car and I threw up, and it was like all stomach bile. So it was like lime green. And I was like, what in the world is that? And I'd never seen any stomach bile before. So I went to the hospital. But that started my journey of kind of figuring out what the heck was going on with my stomach. With that being said, you got to be careful with the amount of stresses that you take on, because there was so much going on in my life there, from working on rental properties, sleeping the night, working a midnight shift. I think the shift was like 9 p.m. to, 5 a.m. Working overtime, just having so many different stresses going on. I can't remember if I had kids at that point. Probably not. But that started my stomach issues, and I hope you don't have those same stomach issues that I have. I kind of still carry on today. They're just not as bad. And what ended up happening was I started changing my diet first off, and I naturally just started eating salads and fruits and staying away from breads and sugars, because they made me feel terrible. And I really had this inward kind of, what makes me feel terrible? Started doing food logs, started doing all these different things to figure out, why does my stomach feel bloated? Why is my stomach hurting? And it naturally went towards eating lots of salads, eating lots of vegetables. And then you're like, why is he talking about this for fasting? Eventually, and I don't know when it was, but I started doing this elongated fast, breaking that fast around noon. So skipping breakfast felt way better. It's been a journey, but I definitely feel way better. I can eat a lot more stuff. So I can eat bread, I can eat sugar, as long as I'm not just eating a ton of it and I'm eating it all the time. So if you just have a random piece of cake or a random piece of bread, don't seem to get really affected, don't seem to get stomach acid. But it just allows me a little bit more flexibility. I also just think it's overall a good thing. And maybe it's scientifically proven in the future that, this is definitely the best way to kind of cleanse your system or clear out your system. Or maybe it's just that you're eating a lot less calories because you're skipping a meal. I'm not quite sure why it works, but it definitely works for me. So if it works for you, that is terrific. Some action items, or there's two different things that I do. I'm looking over my notes, so I apologize. I break a fast around anywhere from 12 to 3 p.m. each day. It definitely is difficult with children, with everybody else, and sometimes I'll have breakfast in the morning on the weekends, but not having to take my kids to school in the morning, as my wife Kristen handles that. It allows me to just kind of forego that unless it's on the weekends, so I don't have to have the temptation. Environment plays a huge role in this as well. The other thing that I've been doing on and off is doing prolonged fasts that I don't know um, don't know the end game here, and if it's super beneficial or not. Um, but I do end up doing a prolonged fast on the. I find that what's best is just doing it on the first of the month, whether that's a 1 day fast, whether it's a 3 day fast. I think the longest fast I've done is 72 hours. So it's 3 days. That's drinking coffee and tea and water. But with fasting, I have found helps is a little Himalayan sea salt in your water. As you use that basically as electrolytes, so your muscles don't cramp up as much. I've found fasting with a little lemon juice in your water, and have just found that in general helps overall. So hopefully this helps in your guys' journey to be healthier, to have some more tools for your tool belt, and just try it out to see if it fits for you and see if it makes you feel better. Because the most important is you're feeling better and able to just be a better person in general. So hope that helps. If you found that helped, definitely like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything else that you've done that has worked, would love to hear. And I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.